Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming to the Astro Gravitational Report for today. Yes, storm. If you look at it within the storms, weather-wise, especially we're talking about the hurricanes. Okay, you have a entering the storm, the eye of the storm, and then is the last portions of the storm. Then walks out, gets into. So if you look at it within this, the first one, it's going to be a lot of situations, a lot of things inside of it. And up in the sky, there is a lot of energies there, feel within. You may feel the pressures, you may feel this intensity right now that is there. But what is the storms about? I already talked about it, but today we're going to go dive a little bit in the depth of that storm, little bit within the storm system that is created up in the sky. And what is he connecting with? The storm, it's coming to test your new energies, new abilities, because the storm, the focus of the storm, which is the moon, is going to be because she's transitioning right where the Pluto was transitioning to entering Aquarius. That is at 0 degrees of Aquarius. That is about the testing. Are you going to be destroying the old energies within you and heading into the new? What are you going to do with these energies? There's going to be a lot of it in emotional situation side, since all of these energies they're going to be affect. And within 24 hours, we are going to be within the eye of the storm. So right now we are gonna go through the storm today because the moon is traveling to meet up into Pluto, into these energies there at 1 a.m. tomorrow, which is this is gonna be quite a few hours in there. Is gonna pass by, but you're gonna feel this power around 11 p.m. today. But what is the storm? The storm is that this uh, intentions, energies of transformations. Are you going to be going the old way by facing your destiny, by facing Mercury retrograde, by facing the Jupiter, which is that's going to be intense energies? And you're going to be go ahead and destroying, like you're destroying the things in the past. You learn that self growth. But now, if you have not transformed, that self growth is missing. Are you gonna be squaring the North Node, which is the part of your destiny? Are you gonna be squaring that new destiny within you? Or you are gonna go with the flow of the destiny? Are you gonna have this intense communications with Mercury retrograde when you say things that you should have not said in the first place? And setting up situations within communications that you're not supposed to. All those energies actually are going to be at the same time, they're going to be squaring Mars and Lilith. Are you still within this old toxic waves of these old energies? Because Lilith and Mars, they're actually opposing the moon and Pluto. And this configurations is very interesting in there because Mars, the divine masculine energies, knows all this. They will see the right visions and they're connecting with Pluto. They're not going to fight Pluto. But the reason they do this is because they understand that Venus seeks the transformations. Currently, you may feel weak within the feminine energies and you're going to be feel so much intense within the masculine. But in the right energies, you're going to be go through the storm and clear the path of the new energies actually really doing it, because the message that was with Pluto when I enter in Aquarius is like, here we go, this is the information, this is the thing, this is what you need to do. But now understand these energies. What are you going to do with your own actions? There's going to be a lot of tests within the next month and a half within the energies. But today you're going to be facing this introductory part inside of you. So right now I'm going to be pulling you on the side here, and I'm going to be sit down and talking to you about this storm. Okay, the moon actually at oh, I got it at 8 o'clock. Let me go back a little bit. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, the midheaven, Pluto, and the moon, they're all together. They're both squaring Jupiter. That is it, the growth, the self-growth, because Jupiter is in Aries. This is me. I'm growing on myself. I'm working on myself to grow in there. But currently, that is a under this fire of Pluto. Is like, okay, do you know what you have to do with it? Do you know what you have to get in yourself? Do you know the new path? Do you know the new energies? Do you know the new things? And you're like, well, I don't know. Do you know your new self? Do you know who you are? So with this restriction, Pluto says like, hold on in there, stay put. As the moon is on approaching at these positions at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna feel this energy of lacking of growth, lack of the things that are moving, lack of, well, the destinies doesn't move. Communications are not very well, simply because of Pluto is retrograde, and that is a squaring Mercury retrograde. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to sit down with yourself and reevaluate your life. Maybe some of you is going to go into the hermit mode to get into these energies. But what is the hermit mode for you? The hermit mode, that is a Mars who sees the visions and it doesn't fight. That is the energies of Venus that looking at to these divine transformations. And Mars is right next to her by understanding what the energies are going. Mars is connecting through Neptune. Mars has a trine and Neptune in Pisces, which is he sees through the mysteries. And that mysteries, which is Neptune, is connecting to Pluto and the moon. There is a angel wings. They're going to be created during of the storm, because those who take in those good energies, they're going to fly. They're going to leave the old energies away. They're going to leave everything, because everything happens of these ignitions of Pluto that moves into age of Aquarius. It happened at 0 degrees of Aquarius. I post some of the screenshots of the energies there in the Facebook in there. So exactly at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're going to feel those energies. You're going to feel like things doesn't move the way you want them. They don't move in the way you want them, because there is a divine authority, divine order. And the divine order comes with the sun and Uranus coming together, which is I stated that yesterday for you. So the storm is seeing it, you're looking at, you're feeling it from within yourself. But when you wake up in the morning, you are see, because the ascendant is at 25 degrees of Taurus, you'll see that things can be better in life. How? You see that the Mars is connecting with that energy from Cancer to the ascendant, and that energy from Cancer ascendant, the Sun and Uranus, goes to Pluto. The divine masculine, they are practicing their divine masculine energies. Those who are not divine masculine energies, they're going to fight, they're going to make a mess, they're going to make situations, but they're going to learn what they need to transform themselves into by doing the wrong things. It is the same thing with the moon. The moon represents the mother, the person who acts like a mother. And if you're in adapt positions, you have to only put the love, the blessings for this love, for the happiness. You're not doing this. You're trying to like, oh, this person is not good for you. There's gonna be no this growth. You are not gonna be moving anywhere. You know this, you know that, and so on and so on. That is it, because Mercury retrograde is squaring the moon, the mothering situations, and there's gonna be a lot of divine situations within all this, because Venus is in divine energies, both with the moon and both with Pluto. There is so much. I can talk to you for an hours of these energies, how they may unfold in your life. So during today, for it, look more for your divine powers inside of you as a feminine, as a masculine. It is a spiritual authority from within you. That is gonna be my personal advice to yourself. So at 7 o'clock in the morning, midheaven is in Aquarius, so that's gonna be a squaring the authority and Uranus. They're coming in together. You need to understand Uranus is the one who controls these sudden changes. But these sudden changes begin right now because of the moon. The moon is in trine with all this. Basically, the intuitions and authority works together. And since Mars is exiting Cancer, it is there with these connections of this sextile with the Sun and Uranus. That is it, the divine masculine energies and force that the divine gives to the masculine. How's the masculine is going to react? That is it going to be independent of the consciousness of the work that has been done prior to this moving into age of Aquarius, because you're going to face the obstacles, the situations inside of it, because Pluto is still at 0 degrees 21 minutes within Aquarius, but is opposing Mars, the actions. Because right now you have to face of the changes of the actions of the consciousness within yourself, within the family. It is about the family that you are going to be creating on Earth later on as masculine energy. But when a Mars is going to be entering Leo, this is going to be time that he is going to be flying, he's going to be doing the right things, or he's going to be destroyed everything that he's been working so hard. The lesson will be, if he destroys everything that he likes, he's going to learn how to rebuild it later on. If he begins to build the right things, he's learning the lesson that he has to perform as a divine masculine. This is what the energy is. It is about this storm that comes in our way. So later on at 8 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with Saturn. Very beautiful learning within the mysteries that are going to be unfold. Don't forget that Saturn up here, right in here, is one of the mystery planets because he sees the restrictions, he sees your fears, he sees the things, and he puts you in a very tough situations to do the things. That's what the rings are. The rings are actually keep you things in the jail, keep you things unfold. He's the one who is responsible for all the occultic, sacred learnings inside of it. Now he is in Pisces, he's in the mysteries. He reveals the mysteries in you. You're going to learn the mysteries that all this divine planning is right now. It's to clear up the situations on Earth. You're going to see a weak masculine energies, which is they're going to be in the physical, revenge, vengeance, and so on and so on. That is a weak part of the masculine. At the same time, you're going to be experiencing like the feminine side does not seize things, do not seize these mysteries. It only is going to be seeking divine transformations because Venus wants to have her own destiny. That it comes in with Venus is been in divine energies with Pluto, but Venus is in sextile with both Jupiter, North Node, in Mercury, who is retrograde. That is this effect there. She learns the divine messages. She doesn't stand in her destiny, and she learned self growth inside of her. But she's blindfolded. Why? Because if she wasn't blindfolded of this square between Neptune and Venus in there, she sees only certain things that she wants. Wow, now she has to go and be blindfolded. So some of those portions, that storm actually is going to be pointing out around this hour at 8 o'clock with Venus. And some of you, as a feminine, they are going to see this. But midheaven is actually is going to remove the obstacles. It's going to be removing all this stuff for you, and things is going to be unfolded right in the front of your eyes. So at 9 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant that is in Cancer, that's going to be helping you a lot. You're going to be able to see through the family situations, through family learnings. This is going to be a beautiful trines of the ascendant with Saturn, and the ascendant is going to be helping with the destiny and the communications with that point. As that energy is brewing within the storm, you're gonna feel inside of you like, I need to do something, I need to act something, I need to get in this. Remember what it was in the storms from before. What kind of storms did you went through? Remember before Mercury retrograde, what kind of storms do you have? Did you have a previous storms in the past 20 years? Are you going to be repeating the same mistakes, or are you going to evolve? And that is going to be the huge challenge. It's going to be coming with this Pluto, who's been retrograde, because he is working on your subconscious level, you to evaluate that's new energies inside of it. Why did they came? Why did they did anything to you? What it was this energies there is improvement? Are you gonna follow the path of this internal rebellion inside of you? Because that's what Pluto is. Pluto is the transformations, the deep, deep, deep subconscious transformations inside. Sense goes in into Aquarius. He changes our subconscious, and now that subconscious from within us becomes consciousness. When I used to work with these things, when I used to do this, I used to do the new paths, I used to do a new energies, and I used to do a new things. Every time one of the new things are introduced into the world, you're like, I don't know how to operate with this new thing. But now you're working with this because it is a collective shift of consciousness between the age of Pisces and the age of Aquarius. And this is one of the moments that you need to learn how to grow with this. Because right now, Pluto is suppressing the self growth within the old energies, the old ways, the old patterns, the old way of thinking. Otherwise, it's not going to following your destiny, because the North Node wants uh, entering areas, and the South Node entering Libra. That is going to be a really, really internal work, which is that's what it's preparing us right now for this moment. So at 10 o'clock, the ascendant is exactly with Mars. You're going to be seeing things. The mature masculine energies, they are going to be using these beautiful visions, and they're going to go straightly through the visions, and they're going to know what they need to do. With them, there is no fight, there is no war, there is no storm. Why? They are the storm from within. You're going to find out as a divine masculine energies is like what the storm is inside of you. You're the storm that you're changing yourself from this toxic masculine energies to this divine masculine personality developing from within you. With those who does this process, that process is going to be very much empowered for it. I was talking about the angel wings. So basically, Mars right here, it is in trine with Neptune and sextile Pluto. Pluto is beginning trine with Uranus and, I'm sorry, with Pluto. While the moon is going in there, the moon in its own way is trining Uranus and the Sun, and that goes into Mars. So you see the two wings in their configurations within the planets that are creating all this. You're gonna see that energy. The question is like, if you don't see that energy, what do you see? Fights, fights with intuitions, fights with the transformations, destroying things that they're not going your way, which is that's gonna come from the squaring Jupiter, self-destructing from within. squaring the North Node, suppressing your own destiny. Square Mercury retrograde, communications, they are all over with filled with aggravations, with things inside of it. You're gonna be choose what to do, but by your choices, you're gonna be learned. You're gonna be learned the good way through the divine energies, or you're gonna be really screwing up things in your life, and you're gonna learn by the bad ways inside of you. That's what the storm is. So at 11 o'clock, that storm is going to be really pounding in there. As you see it, there's going to be the midheaven is joining Jupiter, the growth, which is that's going to be kind of like the top of all those squares and all these oppositions they are going in. Because with Mars and Lilith and the ascendant there within the one side, and the other side is the moon and Pluto. And right here on the top, you have a Jupiter, you have midheaven, which is the current work that you do, you have the destiny, which is the north node, the carbon, and you have Mercury retrograde. So all this can kind of like create the swirls inside of it as a hurricane, or like you see in it the eye of the storm. In the eye of the storm is you. So you're looking at within all these energies. If you are within the divine energies, you know, okay, this is a divine storm that helps me to clear my path in life, so I can move on and clear all the old stuff in me in these situations. And if you allow it, you to be the storm, you're gonna be clearing more things for real from within your life forever. But if you're not, you're going to be repeating mistakes. So at 12 o'clock at noon, the midheaven is going to be with Mercury retrograde. Some of the people is going to be seeking information. They're going to be seeking this. They're going to be seeking the proper energies, what he needs to do, what he needs to be prepared. All that is going to be actually focused with Saturn, because Mercury retrograde and the North Node, they are sextiling Saturn, and Saturn is trining Venus. Okay, as the Venus continue with her energies inside of it, for she's moving more into Cancer. That is when that love is gonna kick in. This is the good positions when in the charts, when Saturn does not limiting Venus. Okay, in the good prospects between the correlations between Saturn and Venus, when they're in a trine or sextile, that is the learning of the mysteries of the divine feminine energies. And this is why is a learning process of the divine feminine energies in the family, because Venus is in Cancer. Very beautiful, very beautiful energies, because Venus is sextiling the midheaven, Mercury, the North Node, all that energy in there that is going on Earth. This is like the mother comes and walking on Earth with the mysteries that are provided within the divine. So the ascendant is at 17 degrees of Leo. That's going to be squaring the Sun and the Uranus are still in conjunctions in there. Very powerful energy. You cannot fight those. You can do everything else, but not this. This is here right now on Earth. There is a divine order that it's going on through the Earth. Okay, and if you think that you can't, you're probably suppressing yourself. You are in fear within yourself. You're in fear with this. While all the energies is actually tell you overcome your fears and cross over. That's what Pluto was actually doing when it begins entering Aquarius. So later on at 1 o'clock, midheaven, it goes into this beautiful energies with the Sun and Uranus. That is a very powerful energy with the moon. It's preparing that It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna make it. Have courage, strength, and power inside of you about this. Where did that comes from? That it's coming on because this energy of the midheaven with the sun, with Uranus, is the giving the hope from the divine energies inside of you, with Mars giving you the courage and the strength to walk through the storm, to be this powerful individual that you're gonna go through. You're gonna survive to those energies. You're gonna go through those energies in a very powerful way. The ascendant is at 29 degrees of Leo. That is gonna be when Mars is gonna be arriving there within about a month and a little bit. That is it. When these divine energies they're gonna be creating between Pluto and Neptune, you're gonna find out as a divine masculine your reasons why. If you become the divine masculine energy, you're gonna be understanding why. If you destroy everything on your path, you'll understand that you have to become this divine masculine, and you may gonna be using these sudden changes that are gonna be coming in from Uranus when it turns at retrograde, you to shift within your consciousness, because pretty much this energy of Pluto is gonna be repeating same thing next year around this time. So you're gonna be given some more chances. This is why right now Pluto is going back. He's retrograde. He's gonna enter in Capricorn, and for people to do their job, because right now Pluto just entering, so we can put our tiptoes into the age of Aquarius. We can learn the little things within the age of Aquarius. And right now we are testing, are we really got what we had to get? Are we really begin to change our consciousness shift that is from the age of Pisces into age of Aquarius? So at 2 p.m., the ascendant is going to be at Virgo. That's going to be opposing Saturn, and midheaven is going to be at Gemini, which is going to be squaring Saturn. Yeah, people's not going to want to learn. People's not going to like Saturn. People doesn't like someone to school them. People doesn't like someone to tell them what to do. What people though? People who are immature, people who still don't really understanding certain things. This is going to be a huge triggers for you. But that ascendant of Virgo is going to show you to look at it to a place you haven't looked before. The ascendant is a beautiful trine with the sun and the Uranus. That is the authority of the divines on earth. And at the same time, it is going to begin to be a trine with Mercury retrograde and the North Node. That's what it's been destined you to go through this. It's destined you to change. It is the destiny for you to do all this to happen to you. But are you really trusting on those energies inside of you? Saturn, in his own way, is kind of beautiful times with Venus. It's teaching you to be love, not to acting against the teacher. What's teaching you the universe inside you to be the friend with the teacher, because he's here to help you to learn what love is. So some of the people is going to have a rough time because of this, but it's learning process for both Mars and Venus. Are they going to learn that energy? Later on at 3 o'clock, midheaven is still going to be in Gemini. It's going to be a squaring Neptune. That's going to be like, well, I don't see this. Yeah, I don't get into this. I don't know what the heck it is. I'm not looking at this. That is going to be the moments that you are like, you know what? I felt what I felt. I know it could be something, but it's not like something I can touch. Some of the people are going to lose their belief into the unseen, untouchable, those energies they're controlling, the gravity, these energies that are coming from the universe within you. They're connecting with your subconscious and so on. But that's going to lead you to the work within the friendshipness within your own self. The ascendant is at 23 degrees of Virgo. That is the oppositions with Neptune. And Neptune, since it's squaring midheaven and Venus, that is about the love. Like, you don't see the love inside of it. But what's going on the other side? The ascendant is a beautiful trines with the Sun in Uranus, and the Sun in Uranus as a beautiful trines with the Moon, with the emotions. That is it. One of the energies are telling you, here you go. You do your job, you're gonna do great. Everything is in divine order. Everything is beautiful on earth. You don't have nothing to worry about it. Why? The Sun, Uranus, they are in Taurus, talking about all these 3D material situations. Then the Ascendant is in Virgo. That is about the healing from within. And you do a cardinal changes and you do your work, which is Capricorn. And if I not too wrong with that. But you're gonna understand by looking at those energies that you are having a chance to heal yourself through the inner work that you do, or you can destroy yourself doing to this process. But don't allow people who destroy themselves you to be with these energies. And that's going to be coming in because of Lilith. That's going to be coming because of these oppositions between the moon and the Lilith. Because the weak intuition is going to be telling you, oh, don't do this, don't do that, because that intuition has fears. It is about you to catch those energies, those fears, and to understand them from within. They're the one that's sparking that energies of the wrong actions that Mars will do inside of you. So later on at 4 p.m., that energy is going to be changed. Of course, you felt it what happened in the last hour. Midheaven is together with Venus. The focus is going to be in the love. The focus is going to be in this beautiful, beautiful love. Ascendant is at 5 degrees of Libra. That is going to be a squaring on that because the ascendant wants to point you out the mysteries of your own destiny. You're going to see it. You're going to choose the mystery, your destiny, your this unknown force inside of you that always guided you, always understanding you, within you. There is a yacht between Mercury retrograde, the North Node, with the ascendant, and Saturn is in divine energies with the ascendant. That yacht point out the things that you are missing, the things that you didn't see. That is it, the beauty of the unifications with the unseen forces behind the veil that help you within your divine journey. Ascendant at 5 degrees is a beautiful trines with Pluto and the moon, which is supporting that energy. It is putting into that energy of transformations. This is why when the moon at 1 o'clock in the morning is going to hit there. Okay, I'm talking about on the 11th at 1 o'clock in the morning, which is actually is the midnight at today's date. When it hits that energy is going to be intensified. But that energy is intensified. It is about you to destroy the old within you, but with peace and grace and love, because there is these divine energies with Venus. And Mars, understanding the proper way, is supporting all this. It's some of the things has to end. You might be ending certain understanding. You might be ending dealing with trauma, drama, fears, all this old age of Aquarius. Need to control, need to manipulate, need to do the certain things, and so on and so on. You're allowing everything within the divine inside of it. Otherwise, you know, if you're acting the same way, it's nothing good. You haven't evolved yet. But when you use the new energies and leave them into the new energy, the new energies is going to be telling you what you have to destroy of this old paradigm from within your own self. You will gonna know about it. Definitely, you will. So with 5 o'clock, the ascendant goes at 17 degrees of Libra. That is a beautiful divine energies with the Sun and Uranus. The sudden changes are in order. Midheaven, though, Midheaven is together with Mars. In Cancer, it is opposing the Moon and Pluto. So here it is right now. The first bands of the storm, they're very powerful, begins to hitting the shore. You begin to see these huge waves of energies, you begin to see all this. And at that moment, what is your actions will be inside of you. Are you gonna fight? Are you gonna destroy? Are you gonna blame? Are you gonna shame? Are you gonna be standing against what the new energy is trying to clear the path in your life? Or you're gonna hunker down and be in the same old way. And that storm begins to hit. That sudden changes are coming, you're seeing it. They're coming, like it or not. But they're for what? They're for better balance. Balance from within yourself that you're going to need within life. So here is in the next hour, which is 6 p.m. The storm hits begin with his full force. There is this giant red crosses all over the place. Ascendant is at 28 degrees of Libra. So the energies, they are squaring both midheaven, Lilith, and Mars. Intensity of all that inner work that it needs to be done behind the shadow. It squaring the moon and Pluto. It is opposing Jupiter North Node and Mercury retrograde, and that it is the storm. You are in that storm. You're seeing that storm. You're working with that storm. Midheaven is at 4 degrees of Leo, and you're going to feel it if you're one of those energies inside of you that are there. If you have planets there in Cancer, Libra, Scorpio cusps, if you have planets with Capricorn, Aquarius cusps, where the planets are, and between Aries and Taurus energies, you are going to be the most affected one. If you are Pisces, Virgo, um, Sagittarius, Gemini, you're not going to feel that much. But if you're one of those zodiac signs that I say to, you are going to feel it the most in there, especially if you have stuff around the cusps of down the beginning of the zodiac signs or the end. So later on at 7 p.m., the ascendant goes at 10 degrees of Scorpio. Midheaven moves to Leo. That is the energy of before. That the ascendant was in Leo. That is right now is squaring with the Sun and Uranus there. There are positions. You are fighting these divine energies. It's like, I don't want to feel what I feel. I don't want to sense what I sense. I don't need this new energies. I don't want these new transitions. Makes me uncomfortable. I have to grow up. I have to mature. I have to get in. I have to. I have to. If you want your life to get better, you really have to. And that is what the message of this storm is. Otherwise, you're gonna create additional storm from within yourself. And since this energy is at Scorpio, that is a very beautiful trine with Venus. And it's a very beautiful trine with Saturn. You're learning that the life after the change is going to be actually better for you. But you have to go through the hell to reach the paradise. And you're in the hell right now, sort of. So at 8 o'clock, the ascendant goes at 22 degrees of Scorpio. That is a direct positions with Uranus and the Sun. But the trine right now is going between Mars and Neptune. Divine masculine energies, they're seeing the visions inside of it. Are you seeing it though? Are you these divine masculine energies to see to clear the darkness from within yourself and rise out from the underworld. You to rise up, you to begin this darkness from within yourself, movement, and you rise up. Put your wings on you. Are you gonna be this divine masculine, turn themselves into an angel to be reborn, to inheriting in your divine energies inside of you? And at the same time, Venus does the same thing. Midheaven, there is in Virgo, has sextile with Venus. Venus is in trining with Saturn. Saturn, in his own way, it is sextiling Mercury retrograde, the North Node. But the Mercury and the red node, the North Node, they are in trines with the Midheaven. As you see it, there is a divine plans in everything. So at 9 o'clock, the ascendant goes into Sagittarius. Exactly what I was saying in the previous hour. Now there is a divine energies between Venus and the Mercury retrograde and North Node. The expression. This is the first expressions when. Imagine if you ever watched the Tinkerbell when she has her wings and she likes these wings. It is the same thing with you. You have the wings of love inside of you. It's been destined for you. If you did the right things, though, if you see the right visions, if you're not, nobody can help you. You're not seeing with your physical eyes. You're seeing from within your internal eyes, within yourself. You're seeing the unseen. That's what the difference is. The ascendant at 4 degrees actually is a very beautiful trines with Lilith, very beautiful trine with Neptune. It is a very beautiful sextile with the moon and Pluto, which is they are getting closer and closer, closer and closer. Midheaven is in Virgo. In that midheaven, it is trine with the Sun and Uranus. The healing that the divine energies has over you after all this process that goes on. Is the storm done yet? No, it's not yet. You just got the tools from the divine how to get out of the eye of the storm that it's coming. The divine actually put protections of you if you did your inner work. You know exactly how to navigate the energies. You exactly know how to navigate everything that goes on at home. What is home? Cancer. What is in Cancer right now? Venus and Mars coming together. So later on at 10 o'clock, the ascendant is at 16 degrees of Sag, midheaven. It is at Libra. You already know what I'm going to tell you. You do that work that few hours back when the ascendant was at Libra, that is squaring Venus, but there is this divine energies from Mercury, the North Node, and Saturn. You understand that lessons inside of you. You getting it. Saturn is the karmic ruler. The North Node controls the karma. Mercury retrograde delivers the messages from God. He's retrograde. Have you got that energies before the Mercury was retrograde? You probably did. You probably did it from in yourself. And talking about it, 11 o'clock, midheaven goes into 23 degrees of Libra, squaring all this. It's a cardinal changes because Mars is in Cancer. In there, the moon, it's crossing right now with an Aquarius from Capricorn, but it's right there at the cusp. And there is oppositions with Mercury and the North Node. For those who passing through the storm, they will understand all this. For those who are not, they are gonna have to fight really. Don't turn the fights to physical or to any level of energy transformations, guys. Today I'm going to be talking to the main channel about these intense energies and why you feel intense energies when you're with people around. And talking about it, actually, at this energy of midnight, that's gonna be midheaven. It's gonna be at 9 degrees of Scorpio. The ascendant is gonna be at 14 degrees of Capricorn. That energy that from the storm, it's actually brewing. So it's gonna be a midnight storm, because in the next hour, talking about at 1 o'clock, the ascendant is exactly at 1 degree of Aquarius, 29 minutes. That is going to be these visions, these awakening visions that are going to be inside of it. You're going to be able to see that storm as an energy within yourself. And you're going to understand everything, everything, everything inside of yourself. So that's what is the astrogravitational report for you guys. Hopefully that helps you. For those who are in the choosing the right energies, wishing you good luck. For those who are going through fight, take a look what you are fighting for and move to the other side. Make these transformations, as the Pluto wants it. With those are feminine energies, they are dealing with a rough time right now of learning what real love is in the family, because Venus is in Cancer. There, we should strength, but also trust, and this divine power of transformations within you. That is a when you turning from this beautiful girl to this mother, this mothering energy to understand everything they have to go to take the new road, to take the new path, to develop this strength as a mother, because the mother later on, she has to be the queen of that kingdom. Okay, if you are in this process, you maybe have process of princess archetype inside of you as a feminine into this beautiful woman. And some of you who are mothers and dealing with the right stuff inside of it, maybe there is that transformation processes of you as a mother, developing the wisdom of a wise woman, wise grandma, wise queen inside of you. All right, guys. So that's what it was, the astrogravitational report. Thank you for watching it, and I will see you tomorrow after the storm. Wish you good luck, guys, and be blessed. Be loved, guys. All right. Thank you, Bernadette.